Thanks for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, Jupiter, or anywhere in your birth chart that Libra might appear. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take just a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. Okay, so this reading is for June 2020, keeping in mind that all tarot readings are timeless. So whether you come across this reading when I first upload, a week, month, or even a year from now, if you feel drawn to watch it, most likely you will find a message for you within the reading. Also, if you feel like it doesn't completely resonate with you, just remember that these are generalized readings, and if you know your other planetary placements, like I mentioned at the beginning of the intro, then you can listen to your other signs as well for additional messages. Okay guys, so like I said, this reading is for June 2020. Let's go ahead and calibrate these cards to the astrological sign of Libra. And ask our angels, guides, and ancestors for any love messages for Libra for June 2020. Spirit, what love messages do you have for Libra for June 2020? In case you guys are wondering, I'm in the attic of an old 125-year-old house in the Garden District. And it's kind of cool up here. I like it. I got to get better lighting though, and I'm gonna fix a little area that's a little more conducive. Okay. Alright. Spirit, what love messages do you have for Libra for June 2020? Okay, and I just want to take another second and say congratulations to Zizi Lafort as our winner for the Mighty Aphrodite Love Drawing Kit. I'm going to be doing one of these drawings monthly, or maybe even a couple times a month from now on. Different things. I'm going to fix up a different box with different little metaphysical items in it, crystals, candles, oils, you know, things like that. Alright, one more time will be good. Alright, so let's go ahead and divide these into 3 stacks. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Okay, the card on the bottom of the deck, Libra, is the Moon. And it's kind of appropriate because we're going to have a lot of eclipses this June, 2 lunar eclipses as well as a solar eclipse coming up, and it's going to have a really big impact on everything as far as what you're feeling, what you're finding out, and just your life and your luck in general. So as we go along through your reading, I'm going to show you how that card is going to relate to the other cards that come up in your spread. And for those of you who are new here, I do 4 columns. The first column pertains to you, what it is you may have recently been going through, what you're currently dealing with, and things and situations that are coming towards you, as well as people. Alright, the second situation, the second column is the same thing, only it's for your beloved, your intended, your twin flame, soulmate, divine counterpart, karmic partner. This could be an ex that you still feel those really strong soul ties with and want to reconcile. It could be somebody you just met, but it's generally the person that you think of first when you wake up in the morning and the last person you're thinking about when you go to sleep at night. The third column is about blockages, challenges, fears, and anxieties. And the fourth column is outcome. Alright, so when we get to the first column, we have 2 major arcana cards here. Okay, so yeah, we have 2 cards that look very similar. You have one set of lovers that is being presided over by the angel, and the other is being presided over by the devil. And This could mean that you have this really strong love-hate relationship with a particular person. You feel very, very drawn to them. You love them unconditionally. But at the same time, they could have some very toxic elements to their nature. They could be into drugs or alcohol. They could maybe have some little emotional problems, but at the same time, being an empath, you still feel drawn to this person. You want to love them and fix them, and if you can just love them enough, it will fix it. But that's not always the case. Everybody has to heal their own selves. You can't heal for them. And in the end, when you do, it creates a codependent relationship where you feel as if you are bound to them and you just can't get away, to the point that it can be self-destructive to your own self. Now, for your partner, we have the Page of Cups as well as the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups talks about, well, they are mourning the loss of this relationship. They are sitting there thinking about whatever it is that has passed and not realizing that they do have love that is there for them. It might not necessarily be from you if you have walked away from the situation, but there is another person, most likely a water sign, that is there to pick up the pieces for your partner. Now, I just got like the message of it's their next victim, basically, because if they don't take that time to heal and to get over whatever it is that caused the issues in the relationship you have with this person, they're just going to pick right back up with this person right there. Okay? And you know, you might want to send them a condolence basket or something, but don't do that. All right. So in your obstacles and challenges, all right, I'm going to go back this second, because sometimes, especially in twin flame relationships, you can love a person like that and they can have all kinds of issues. It doesn't eliminate the love that you feel for them, but it can sometimes keep you from moving forward to new relationships, because you do feel that very, very strong connection with them, and you can't even imagine being with someone else, even if they tend to just jump right on into the next relationship. It doesn't discredit you. It doesn't discredit your relationship with that person. It just means that the person you've been dealing with is not evolved enough to be able to learn their lessons at this time. And generally, twin flames come back together again when your partner has learned more of those lessons. And this is where, you know, you're going to have to take a really deep, hard look at what it is you actually want, because you want to move on with your life. You want all of this forward growth and this movement and, you know, prosperity coming into your life. And so you're going to have to make that really hard decision of if you are leaving this relationship behind in order to pursue something better and more beneficial for yourself. Now, with this eclipse card, with this moon card coming up, a lot of things are going to be exposed. You're going to find out even more things that you didn't know, and maybe you wish you never knew or never had found out. But all things come to light, and when we have these full moons and these eclipses, it's really dark and things are hidden. But when that shadow moves on across that moon and it's illuminated again, it's just like broad daylight, and you can see exactly everything that has been hiding there in the dark, and you're going to find out even more things that your partner had been up to. All right? Okay, so when we have this Four of Wands along with this Eight of Swords, the Eight of Swords talks about being afraid to move forward. It talks about our fears and phobias as far as jumping forward into a new relationship. You really want to be with this person, but you don't know how or when it would happen. You view this person, excuse me about the sneeze, as your soulmate, but you don't know how or when it's going to happen. All right, now going back to the second set of 4 cards. Now, for those of you who are new here, I do 4 rows, but I just laid out 2 cards in each row. I'm going to do this 2 more times for a grand total of 24 cards. That way by the time we get to the end of the reading, then we have a pretty good idea about what's going on. So for your column, we had the Knight of Swords as well as Temperance. Your partner has the Chariot and the Two of Swords. The obstacles and challenges are the King of Cups as well as Strength. And in your outcome, we have the 8 of Wands and the 3 of Swords. All right. Okay, so when we have this Knight of Swords, this is you. This is you. Like, okay, you've made up your mind. You're going to, move on from this relationship. And you're going to leave this behind for now. Not necessarily putting it away forever, because you do carry this love in your heart for that person. But what you are seeking as Libra, you are seeking someone that is more complementary, someone that balances out your feelings, your desires, your goals, that wants the same thing that you are, who are willing to make the same sacrifices in order to achieve those goals that you both want that are down the road. And you're finding that you don't have that with this person at this time, okay? It doesn't mean that you won't at a later time. Now, with your partner, you have this Two of Swords as well as the Chariot, and you're wanting things to move forward. You're wanting to move on from this. You are wanting to pull away from it, and you are having to use your head over your heart at this time in order to achieve that. But it feels kind of like you're stuck, like you're not moving as fast as you want to. And in your obstacles and challenges, we have this King of Cups as well as the Strength card. So in your obstacles and challenges, your partner may also be dealing with a water sign as well as a fire sign that they kind of have on their back burners at all times in order to stroke their ego or feed them vampirically, I guess that's a word, where these are people that when you're not around for 5 minutes, these are the people that they call on, because these are the ones that chase after them like little puppies instead of holding this person accountable for whatever it is that they do. These are people who are actually impeding the growth of your relationship, okay? And when we get to your outcome, we have the 8 of Wands and we have the 3 of Swords, which, with that eclipse coming around again and things coming to light, this may be what it is you're finding out about. You may find out that they were also entertaining these options as well, and that you weren't the only person in their heart. Like, if you have a disagreement with somebody and you don't see them for a day, or you go home, even if you see them every single day, or if you live together, or you even leave sometimes for a few hours or an evening or whatever, they're the person they're always like sliding into their inbox with. They're the person that they are, confiding your secrets in and letting people in on, private and intimate moments of your life that's really nobody else's business but your own, and it's leaving you feeling as if you are somewhat betrayed. Now, when we get to your third and final row, we have that 7 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, your partner has the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. And the obstacles and challenges, you have the High Priestess and the 9 of Cups. And in your outcome, you have the Knight of Cups as well as the 10 of Pentacles. All right, so yeah, the 7 of Pentacles, like I said, with that, with this, okay, you're going to find out about this and these people right here, okay? All right. They're going to be exposed as, hold on, where'd it go? All right, put this down. They're going to be exposed as the liar and the cheater and the manipulator that they are. They are the person who is a thief, and like I said in the previous reading, the 7 of Swords came up as well. The 7 of Swords is also a thief because they're stealing your choice of whether you would continue that relationship or not, had you known all these other secret little things were going on behind your back, which was leaving you feeling as if you are a beggar, as well as being this person right here where you are the one putting everything into the relationship and you're not receiving anything back. You're not getting that balance that you need from that relationship, which is another reason that it turns you into this codependent person. Regardless, you know, you can say, well, I love them and I understand and I know all these things that they're going through, but it's never, ever, ever a good thing when you are ending up feeling manipulated and lied to. Alright, so with your partner, we have the Knight of Cups as well as the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, so feeling like I picked this card up already, but I've done a couple of readings today, so it may just be that. If I did, well, I'm just gonna, then it's intended for me to pick it up. All right, so the Knight of Cups shows that, you know, your partner may be offering this love to their water sign, and at the same time, they are still hanging on to you. They're still keeping those soul ties with you. They are still, you know, always there, always sending those little stuff, just enough to keep you hanging on. It's very slow energy. They take great delight in entertaining this person for a while behind your back, okay? And you're not knowing about it, and so you're thinking, okay, well, I'm leaving for a while, maybe they'll realize this or whatever, but they're not. They're taking that time to manipulate other people and waiting on you to come back to them, come crawling and begging back to them, because they know that you have those codependent tendencies and will always come back. What's really going to surprise them is when you don't, because you realize that you have all this love to give someone and that you are wanting to put into the relationship, but you are rising up as the High Priestess and you are making that decision about what is best. You had the Justice card earlier, making that hard decision about what it is that you want to do in this relationship. And if you have to leave this relationship for a while, however long that it may be, then that is exactly what you're going to do. And in your outcome, you have the Knight of Wands, which tells me that this is definitely the path that you're going to pursue. You love this person and you want a life with them, but you realize that they have a lot of growth and healing, but you are not putting your life on hold for anybody, okay? All right. If they need to stay there and keep doing whatever it is they need to do until whatever lessons have helped them to evolve out of that situation. I'm just going to pull a couple of random cards here, and this is the Fool, which tells me, yeah, it is time to go on and start over. And if and when the other person comes back around, if you are still available, then yeah, you may entertain a new relationship with them. And this Three of Wands ending your reading tells me that, yeah, you put everything into this relationship that you're going to. You love them. You see them for what they are. You are willing to wait out their growth, but you're not going to put your own personal needs, desires, and growth behind all that. Okay. So, Libra, that is your reading for June 2020, and I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I just want to take a second and tell you all how much I love you and I appreciate you, and I will see you here in another week or so for your mid-monthlies. Okay, all right, bye-bye, love you.